Welcome back to the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. We are not in the Bayou Guerrilla Garden today. Instead, we are doing more prep work. I've got my tomato seedlings, which have sprouted. They haven't gotten their true leaves yet. Well, that one is about to start throwing a true leaf. Same with that one. So I'm going to repot these, as I was saying, into other pots. Get them one to a pot. And then the peppers have sprouted too, but they're not quite to the point where I really want to repot them yet. And peppers, from my experience, don't take to repotting nearly as well as the tomatoes do. I mean, they do it, but they seem to definitely get a little shock anytime you repot them. So it takes them a week or two before they really start growing again. Whereas the tomatoes, most of the tomatoes will just keep growing without any shock. You'll notice some do get shocked. We also are going to finish these, which I should have finished a while ago because I think my strongest genetics started growing, and when I dumped them out to put them in my to get them in here properly, I broke my little tree. So I'll see if it still grows, but you can see what happens. I made a cut somewhere, so the water infiltrated into the shell. The seed started expanding, literally breaks the shell open, and then it started germinating without any stratification. So pecans may not actually need that much stratification. Strata. Okay, I think I need 3 of these total. So because I'm working with nuts that are wet already, I'm not going to bother making these damp. Usually I dampen the paper towels. There's no real, it's fine as long as they're all in here. I think I'm going to get 3 layers. So there's 1 layer. Put more paper towel. And you can see that the paper towel is getting damp anyways, because the nuts are still wet. What's wrong, Nacho? Un momento. Alright, so let's go over there. And we'll stick my pour. Hopefully it still grows, because that part isn't good anymore. And basically, all you have to do, cover them, stick them in the fridge. And this is basically the same process for any of your true nuts. So if you want to do walnuts, if you want to do pecans, if you want to do butternuts, if you want to do, what other nuts are there? Hazelnuts, chestnuts, you'll do this for all of them. 1 second. All right, so now we'll get into redoing the tomatoes. These are all the TL marked ones. So that one. So as you can see, TH Tomato Homestead. So I remarked a whole bunch of others just so I know which variety I've got in what cups. It's more for my own purposes than anything else. So get it about, I don't know, half full. Do I want to put down some paper so I don't get the, 1 minute again. All right, so I will gently, I got a whole bunch of water. Been over watering, I guess. All right. break these up. And take one of them. Stick it in the new one. And what you can do is, if they got a little leggy on you, like these guys are, I'd say that's a little leggy. Just go ahead and put it deep. There we go. And you can put them deep like that, and all that stem that you buried will actually grow new roots just fine. There's actually a technique for planting them outdoors once they get to a good seedling size, where you literally dig a trench and you lay them down sideways, and you have just the end of the green up, and you bury everything, and all that stem that you buried turns into roots. And that is the process here. Try and separate. Try not to break the roots too much. Get them in there. There we go. It's that easy. You could also technically fill up these little cups basically all the way, and then use a pencil. Just stick the pencil where you want to put the little tomato seedling, push it on down, and then stick the root and the tomato seedling into the little pencil hole. And you can do it that way too. This little guy. I'll make a little hole to try and get that root further down. And then I'll hold them up just a little while I'm putting the dirt in, so that I don't bury them like I did the first one. And don't worry, they'll still get new stems even when you plant them super low. That's the tomatoes. The peppers are a little slower to germinate. These are the first two that are germinating. I got pepper R, I forget the R, but I know pepper S is for the sweet. I got one, next little one right there coming too. But the peppers definitely like it a lot hotter in order to germinate. And it hasn't been that hot in the window that I've had them yet. Now you can see how if you want to spend a little more time on labor, how efficient you can be in getting a whole bunch of seedlings started. Because if you weren't efficient minded, what you do is you get this many up and you probably pull that one, pull this one because they're right next to each other, or maybe just cut this one and leave this one, leave that one, and maybe leave that one. You'd only leave 2 or 3 per cup. And then when you go to plant them outside, you thin it even further to just whichever is the strongest one out of all of them. But I like to plant everything that germinates pretty much. So I sit here and take my time to give each of these little seedlings their chance to produce fruit and seed of their own. Nice ball. There we go. There we go. And that is that. So I've got, I don't know, probably 7 other cups to split a whole bunch of tomatoes, and then some will go back on that shelving, which we don't have much space for, and some is actually going to go outside, and I think they'll make it through the nights. It's about 40 degrees, and any night that it gets under 40, I'll probably just grab the cups, bring them inside, but cups are going outside now. And they should be okay. I don't think they'll have a hard time hardening off. I'll stick them outside first thing in the morning instead of first thing in the evening so that they can acclimate a little more. But that's it. Let me know what you're starting early for your gardens, and we'll get back to the actual guerrilla garden here in a couple of weeks, maybe less. Thanks for watching. This has been the Bayou Guerrilla Gardener. Please like, share, and subscribe.